Hello students, welcome to the second module of chapter first of Panchkarma. In this module we will be covering importance of Panchkarma, Trivid Karma and Doshgati. While studying module 1 Introduction to Panchkarma, we all studied that Panchkarma is more than Sanshodhan, that is it is not limited only to Shodhan. The question that comes to mind is what is Shodhan? Shodhan is a procedure for evacuation of Prakupit doshas from the body for the purpose of Rog Upshaman. Wagbhat specified five types of Shodhan procedures which were popularly called as Panch Shodhans and these days Panchkarma, which are Niru, Vaman, Kai Virechan, Shiro Virechan, and Asur Visuddhi. As we can all understand from the previous slide that Shodhan is a mode for biopurification. Then what is the relation between Panchkarma and Shodhan and what does Panchkarma contains more? To understand this better, we need to understand that Panchkarma is not only meant for Shodhan, but it is a Vyapak Chikitsa and is a great measure to attain all types of Falshrutis, including but not limited to Aptarpan, Santarpan, Shodhan, Shaman, as well as Rasayan. Whereas Shodhan can cater only to Shodhan part of Chikitsa. Coming to the importance of Panchkarma, it can be studied in three different aspects. First and foremost, according to Ayurvedic principles, as in preventive purpose, that is Panchkarma in Swasthasya Swasthya Rakshanam. Second, going according to the same principle for attaining Rasayan Adi Asadharan Gun, that is promotive purpose. And last but not the least, for curative purpose, that is according to the diseases, that is Rog Anusar Panchkarma. Coming to the preventive aspect, that is Panchkarma in Swasthya, it is important to mention here that we have all studied most of it in Vagbhat and Charak in the earlier years. As we are all aware, Swasthvrit is a very integral part of Ayurveda which caters to preventive aspect of the therapies or the modalities. Panchkarma can be divided into Panchkarma for Dincharya, Ritucharya, and as a treatment measure for all types of Vegavrodhajanya Vyadhis. Dincharya or Ritucharya. These are sets of modalities or way of living which if followed properly prevents formation of disease, and Panchkarma plays an important part in both of these. So question will arise, which procedures come under Dincharya and Ritucharya? Under Dincharya, Snehan, Abhyang, Shiro Abhyang, Nasya, Karnapuran, Shiro Pichu, Udvartan and Matravasti etc. These are the procedures which are done at different times of the day to prevent vitiation of Vat, Pitta and Kapha, as well as these are the procedures which strengthen the Dhatu, thereby preventing Kha Amongst Ritucharya, in different Ritus, different type of Panchkarma procedures are advisable. They are Shodhan Pradhan in nature. For example, in Shishir Ritu, Vasant Ritu, Varsha Ritu, Sharad Ritu and Hemant Ritu, different procedures are advised. In Hemant Ritu, Abhyang, Utsadan, Murdhani Tel, Jentak Swed, Ushna Sadan and Atap Swed is advisable. In Sharad Ritu, Tikta Ghatpan, Virechan and Rakt Mokshan is advisable. In Varsha Ritu, Basti is advisable. In Vasant Ritu, Vaman if Kaf Pradhan Avastha is there. Virechan if Pit or Vat Pradhan Avastha is there. Nasya if doshas are present in Urdu Chatrugat area. Asthapan and Anuvasan Vasti if Vat is predominant. And in Shishir Ritu, similar to Hemant Ritu. At the end of the slide, I would advise students to make a separate list for Dincharya and Ritucharya from all the procedures they are aware of. Coming to the promotive aspect, that is Rasayan Adi Asadharan Gun Prapti. As the name itself explains, to achieve Rasayan Gun, that is promotion of health and improvement of dhatus. Sushruत says, Na avishuddha sharirasya yukto rasayano vidhi na bhati vasasi klishte rang yog ivahi. That is, Rasayan will not act or reach its maximum extent in a avishuddha sharir, that is, in the person who has not undergone shodhan. Just like a cloth which is unclean or not washed will not take up any color. Therefore, Shodhan of Sharir is an essential prerequisite for administration of Rasayan or Vajikaran therapy. Having covered preventive and promotive aspects of Panchkarma, it is time to come to curative aspect, that is Panchkarma according to different diseases, that is Roga Anusar Panchkarma. Acharya Charak, while explaining the benefits of Panchkarma in Chikitsa Pravritti Adhyay, states that एवं विशुद्ध कोष्ठस्य कायाग्नेः अभिवर्धते व्याधयश्च उपशम्यन्ति प्रकृतिश्च अनुवर्तते. That is, once the patient has undergone vishuddhikaran of kosht, that is sanshodhan, his agni is increased, vyadhi shaman is there, prakriti sthapana is there is increase in strength and sexual potency, their process of aging is delayed, and the person lives a long and healthy life. When we talk about delayed process of aging, Vagbhat says, Buddhi prasadam balam indriyanam, dhatu sthirत्वं ज्वलनस्य दीप्तिं, चिराच्च पाकं व्यहसा करोति, संशोधनम सम्यक upayasya manam. That is, Shodhan helps in proper attainment of different effects by Sroto Shodhan, that is cleansing of channels, and provides Buddhi and Indriya Prasad, Dhatu Sthiratva, Agni Deepan, which all leads to Chirat Vayasa Pak, that is delayed process of aging. To conclude importance of Panchkarma and Sanshodhan, Charak says, Doshaha kadachit kupyanti jita langan pachnehi jitaha sanchodhanai yetu na tesham punar udbhava. That is, doshas which are cured or pacified with langan or pachan may vitiate once again, but those doshas which have been purified through sanshodhan, they do not get punarudbhav, that is, there is no relapse. Coming to Trivid Karma, as the term suggests, three procedures. Sushruta says, Trividham Karmam Puru Karmam Pradhana Karmam Paschat Karmam iti. That is, Trivid Karma is Puru Karma, Pradhan Karma, and Paschat Karma. All the Acharyas have beautifully described every procedure in these three with karmas, that is, three categories for better understanding and execution of a procedure. In further slides, we will understand what is Puru Karma, Pradhan Karma, and Paschat Karma. Talking about Puru Karma, it comprises of Deepan, Pachan, Snehan, and Swedan. Pradhan Karma comprises of Vaman, Virechan, Basti, both Anuvasan and Asthapan, Nasya, and Rakthamokshan. Paschat Karma comprises of Sansarjan Kram, Tarpanadi Kram, Shaman Chikitsa, and or Rasayan Chikitsa. Having said this, When we talk about Snehan and Swedan, it is important to understand that Snehan and Swedan are not limited to Puru Karma only. Snehan and Swedan, through various therapies, for example, Pindaswed, Abhyang, Snehadara, etc., can be used as a tool for Pradhan Karma, that is, complete Chikitsa, and they also have Purv Karma, Pradhan Karma, and Paschat Karma of their own. So, Snehan and Swedan will remain Purkarm as long as it is being done as Purkarm to any of the Pradhan Karmas. But if we are performing Abhyang or Patrapindaswed, etc., as an independent modality of treatment, they will come under Pradhan Karm, and Purkarm and Paschat Karm for them will be different. When we talk about Shodhan or Sanshodhan or Panchkarm therapies, it is important to understand various forms of Doshagati. As we have already read, there are many types of Doshgatis. The two which are of interest to us in context of Shodhan are movement of doshas from Kosht to Shakha and movement of doshas from Shakha to Kosht. Movement of doshas from Kosht to Shakha is one which causes diseases as doshas spread from their place to the shakhas and undergo sthan sanshay and thereby form vyadhi. Now we will understand how it happens. Charak says, Vyayamat ushmat tekshnyat hitasya anavcharnat koष्ठात् शाखा malayanti द्रुतत्वात् मारुतस्य च. That is, Vyayam, Ushma and Tikshna द्रव्य सेवन, अहित और अतिमात्रा सेवन of unhealthy articles, Marut Drutattu, that is vitiation of Vat, are the causes for movement of doshas from Kosht to Shaka. Panchkam focuses on bringing the doshas which have already travelled from Kosht to Shaka back to Kosht, that is, movement of doshas from Shaka to Kosht. Charak explains, Vridhyat Vishandanat Pakat, Srotomukh Vishodhanat, Shakha Muktva Malah Koshtam Yanti Vayushcha Nigrahat. That is, doshas travel back towards Kosht if we do following, that is Vriddhi, that is excessive increase of dosh, Vishandan, that is liquefaction of doshas, Pak, digestion of doshas, Sroto Mukh Vishodhan, that is opening the channels, Vayushcha Nigraha, that is control of Vayu. Now, how do we understand why doshas after Vriddhi, Vishandan, Srotomukh Vishodhan and Pak, or for that matter Vayushcha Nigraha, travel back towards Kosht? Kosht is also called Mahanimn, that is, the center of gravity of our body is in Kosht. It is Mahanimn. Therefore, if we apply principles of gravity, then we will understand how all these factors act on it, and Chakrapani has beautifully explained all of this. Now, what does Vriddhi and Vishandan achieves? It can be achieved by Snehan and Swedan. Pak of Apakva doshas can be achieved by Pachan and Swedan. Srotomukh Vishodhan can be achieved by Swedan. And Vayushya Nigrahat can be achieved by Snehan and Swedan both, as well as through different Pradhan Karmas. It is the importance of Purv Karma in this context that we understand how Purv Karma is important before undergoing any Pradhan Karma. Before concluding, I would request students to read Dosh Gati from Chakrapani itself to get a better understanding of the topic, and also to complete the little exercise regarding Dincharya and Ritucharya and the procedures of Panchkarma which can be included in it. I thank you all for patient hearing. Thank you.